Hey, what's up guys? This is Andres from Team Salts. I'm here with my deck profile for my Link Joker Messiah deck profile. Basically, this is my main deck for the team, and I'll be showing you what I run and what I mean for this deck. So first off, for grade 3s, I run 4 copies of Alter Ego Messiah. Ability is Generation Break 2. Whenever a card is unlocked on any player's board, I can Soul Blast 1, draw a card. So he's my main draw engine of the deck. Next thing I run are 2 Star Vader Freeze Ray Dragons. Freeze Ray's ability is whenever I take a point of damage, I get to lock an opponent's rear guard. And his limit break is whenever I lock a unit, this unit gets +3. So basically, as soon as I hit limit break and I get that one lock, I'll be at 14k for that turn. So he's a really good card, and I can top him off with some abilities. For my secondary grade 3, my third grade 3, I run Drill Monk of the Fierce Foot. Its skill is when he's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, I get to choose one of my rearguards and lock it. My opponent chooses one of his or her rearguards and lock it. The ability also says that if he chooses or if he locks one of his units, I get to lock a unit in my column as the same as that one. So basically I get 3 locks in one turn. Next thing I run are 4 Arrestor Messiahs. Arrestor's ability is when he's placed on Rearguard Circle, if I have a Messiah Vanguard, he gets +2000 and the following ability. After this unit is attacked, you could lock itself and lock up a unit in the back row of any fighter. Next thing I run are 3 copies of Awakening Messiah. Basically is Generation Break 1. Whenever this unit is unlocked, I get to restate one of my units and give it +2. Next thing I run are 3 Lady Battler of the Gravity Wells. Her ability is GB1. I get to lock one of my units and she gets +4, but this is a once per turn ability. Next thing I run is 1 copy of Lady Battler of the Black Dwarf. Ability is Generation Break 1. After counter +1, when this unit is finished attacking, counter +1, lock itself, choose one of my rearguards and choose one of my units to give it +4. For grade 1s, I run 4 copies of the Stride Fodder Destiny Dealer. Basically my main card for striding in this deck. And it helps me and it will help me out with any striding in the future if I can't get any grade 3s. Next thing I run are 4 copies of Sacrifice Messiah. Ability is GB1. Whenever a unit is locked on anyone's board, lock this unit, give a unit +3, and countercharge 1 point of damage. It's basically my main countercharger for this deck because this deck uses way too many counterblast. Next, I run 4 of the G Perfect cards. What's her name again? Flower and Vacuum's Cosmo Reef. Ability is when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, I get to if I have another copy of it in my drop zone, I get to countercharge it. Next thing are 2 Prison Star Vader Palladiums. Ability is counter +1. At the end of the opponent's turn, whenever a unit is unlocked, counter +1, put this unit into my soul. That unit is locked once again. For triggers, definitely the 4 heal triggers, main of the deck. And for this deck, I run a total of 12 critical triggers. I run 4 copy of the Messiah base critical, Blink Messiah. Skill is when your grade 3 or greater Messiah Vanguard attacks, put the soul, give +5, and draw a card. Basically another draw engine of the deck. And let me give you a close-up of the ability. Really good card. Still a little pricey though. Then I run 4 copies of Pulse Monk of the Quaking Foot. Basically the main critical from us, I believe the trial deck or the set. So I don't remember whether the critical came in that set. At the trial deck. Then I run 2 copies of Star Raider Weiss Soldat. These Weiss Soldats are actually from the Triple Rare Critical campaign for Raging Clash of the Blade Fang, which I actually kind of like these. These are really nice as hollows. And plus, I was a big fan of the Star Vader crits. They looked way too good. Then I run 2 Star Vader Meteor Lighters. Basically, just a backup crit. For starter, I run 1 Neon Messiah. Basically, GB1, whenever this unit is unlocked, put it to the soul, add a grade 3 Messiah from deck to hand. Basically, it helps me search out for stride fodder. For the G-Zone, I run 2 copies. For G-Guardians, I run 2 copies of Demon Starvader. Depth Starvader Demon Maxwell. Skills: whenever this unit is placed in the Guardian Circle, choose a unit in my back row and lock it. I can change this guy off during my opponent's turn because if I have like 3 Sacrifice Messiahs on my board, I get to lock them as well due to the skill. But I may have to make sure I have a G unit face up first. That way I can give my Vanguard +3 and I get to countercharge my damage. Then are 2 copies of the Genesis Beast Destiny Guardian. Skill is when placed on Guardian Circle, you pay the cost, unlock 2, this shield gets +10. And I can use this to chain off with Alter Ego Messiah's Generation Break so I can get more cards. Next thing is 1 copy of Air Element Seabreeze. Basically the main card, basically if your opponent can't riding to grade 3. Now for the main thread of the deck. I run 3 copies of Genesis Dragon Amnesty Messiah. Ability is count up +1. When this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, unlock as many units as you want. If you unlock 3 or more, this unit gets +3 for every unlock, and if you unlock 3 or more, you get +1 crit. Then I run 1 copy of Genesis Dragon X-Lex Messiah. Ability is when this unit attacks, count up +1. Choose flip a copy of Amnesty Messiah face up in the G-Zone. If you have 2 or more face up Amnesty Messiahs in the G-Zone, you can use this ability, which is unlock as many units as you want. If 3 or more are unlocked, this Vanguard gets a crit. Any units unlocked on your side of the board get +3k and are restanding again. Any unit locked on the opponent's side of the board gets retired. Then, I run 2 copies of Genesis Dragon Transcels Messiah. Ability is count up +1. Flip a copy of this face up. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, lock all fighters' rear guards and unlock all rear guards that are locked before this ability. Then I run 2 copies of Nebula Dragon Big Crunch Dragon, count up +1. Flip a copy of him face up. Choose a rear guard and Omega Lock the column. Pretty decent card. Then, for the last thread of the deck, I run 3 copies of Genesis Dragon Flagellate Messiah. Flagellate is count up +1. When this unit attacks, flip any card face up in the G-Zone, so I can flip another one of him for the chain's ability. His ability is, for every face of Flagellate face up in the G-Zone, I get to pay the cost, which is choose up to 2 of my rear guards and unlock them for every face up Flagellate. So if I have 1 face up, I unlock 2. And then the secondary ability is, I get to choose up to 2 of my opponent's rear guards, and they are Omega locked. Then, if I have 2 of these face up in my G-Zone, his ability is, if I unlock 3 or more, this unit gets a crit. So overall, this G-Zone, it basically focuses on the power of getting my unlocks and criticals off, and that's why I run the 12 crits, so I can push for power. So overall, that's my deck, and I believe that it works out really well. This deck actually got me into top 8 for ARG, so I will be competing this August at the circuit in Pennsylvania. So if any of you guys are going, hit me up. If you guys want any more stuff, look down at my channel, Team Salts, and you'll see some of my you'll see some fights coming up soon, and you'll also be able to look at my teammates. His videos are called Riding the Wave, and they are about their tactics in Vanguard. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out. And we also have an unboxing video of a Japanese set for the Legend deck for the Blaster Blade. So it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Andre from T-Salt, signing out.